Do you ever find yourself thinking, I never have anything to wear even though my wardrobe is full of clothes? Or do you always feel yourself getting bored of your clothing and you feel the need to keep buying more? If you answered yes to either of those questions, then this video is for you. Now, there's a number of reasons why you might not feel satisfied with your wardrobe, and in this video, I'm going to tell you why. And I'm also going to tell you what you can do about it so you don't feel this way in the future. If you like this video at any point, please feel free to drop it a like. And now that's all out the way, let's get into the video. So one of the first reasons you might not feel satisfied with your wardrobe is because of a thing called shopper's high. Now, I don't know about you, but buying clothing is one of my favorite things to do, and it gets me very excited. But unfortunately, that excitement doesn't always last long. And the reason this happens is because when we buy something new, our reward systems get activated. We get a hit of the good stuff, dopamine, and we experience a short-lived sense of gratification. But when the lifespan of that gratification comes to an end, the excitement that we felt for that piece also dies down with it. So then we head out, we go shopping, and we buy something else new so we can experience that shopper's high once again. And the cycle continues. And it somewhat resembles addictive behavior, and the more we do it, the shorter the period of gratification. So if you find yourself always buying new things and getting bored of them quite quickly, then take a break and slow down your spending. And the next reason you might not be happy with your wardrobe is because of social media. These days we're being advertised to all the time online. We see our favorite influencer, our favorite celebrity wearing something new, and we decide to buy that item on impulse, even if it's something that we wouldn't normally wear and we don't really like.
They're all from Thursday Boots, of course. Thursday Boots is the best boot bang for your buck. I'm gonna have a special link down below. Make sure to go and check them out.
So you end up not wearing it much, if at all, and it just sits at the back of your wardrobe collecting dust. So when you see an item that you like online, just sit on it for a month or two. I don't mean actually sit on it, but just hold off buying it for a month or two and then see how you feel about that item then. If you still like it, then it's probably a good indication that you actually like that item and you're probably going to wear it. And if it's a trending item, then try and wait until the trend has died down and see how you feel about it then. Trends often cloud our judgment and make us think we like items more than we actually do. We end up buying into those trends, and when that trend dies out, we no longer like that item. And if you keep doing this, you're going to have a wardrobe full of those kinds of items that you don't really like anymore. So what I do, and what I'd advise you do, is make yourself a wish list. When you see something online that you think you love, put it on the wish list and then just forget about it. In a month or two's time, come back to your wish list and see how you feel about the item then. If you still love it, go ahead and buy it. If you don't, take it off the wish list. This is a really good way to stop yourself impulse buying, and you're going to end up with a wardrobe that you actually like. As you're already probably aware, well, I hope you're aware, social media isn't real life.
What?
Influencers have a new outfit on in every single post. They're buying way more clothes than they actually need to try and stay relevant, to keep their content interesting, and I can see why they do it, but it's not a realistic way of shopping. So don't try and do the same. Take your time, slow down, and think about your purchases. The next reason you might not be happy with your wardrobe is because it's all over the place. It has no theme. Having a wardrobe made up of clothing in a load of different styles, in a load of different colors may sound exciting, but it's going to make finding something to wear really difficult. And also, if your wardrobe is full of loud, in-your-face pieces, then not only are these items going to be harder to style, but you're probably going to get bored of them the quickest. Because these items stand out so much, no matter what you pair them with, you kind of get the same look. And as these kinds of items are so memorable and visually stimulating, even after a few wears, you're going to feel like you've worn them to death. What's really helped me enjoy my wardrobe more is having a wardrobe made up of simple pieces in neutral colors. The great thing about neutral colors is they all work with one another, so they make getting dressed really simple, and they're also timeless, so I can wear them for years and years to come. If you do find these kinds of items a little bit boring, a little bit too simple, then you can always use accessories to brighten them up, to spice them up a bit. The beautiful thing about simple pieces is they work with pretty much anything, so you can get a completely different look out of them depending on what you wear with them. And this doesn't mean that you should never buy statement pieces, because statement pieces definitely have their place, but don't overcrowd your wardrobe with them. So have the main bulk of your wardrobe made up of simple pieces, and then have a few statement pieces to act as the cherry on top. This next one I've done loads of times in the past, and it's buying a cheaper alternative to an item that I love. Most of the time, the cheaper alternative never quite does it for me, and I end up feeling quite disappointed by it quite quickly. And for me, it acts as a constant reminder of the piece that I love but didn't get my hands on. So instead of buying the cheaper alternative, put that money to one side and start saving up and buy the item that you actually love. You won't regret it, and by the time you do get your hands on the piece that you love, it's going to feel even more special because you've worked really hard and saved up for it. And this is where the whole buy less, buy well comes in. You should absolutely love everything that you're buying. If you don't love it, don't buy it. Now, this next one might not affect everyone, but it definitely affects me, and it's buying backups of clothing that you love. Now, aside from underwear, t-shirts, the basics basically, where it's absolutely fine having more than one of the same item, of the exact same item, I would avoid doing this with the more key pieces in your wardrobe. So for example, if you find a pair of trousers that you absolutely love, don't go and buy that exact same pair in the exact same color if there's nothing wrong with the pair that you already own. Sure, this sounds like a good idea, having a backup of an item that you love. If anything goes wrong with the one pair, you've got another backup pair. But every time I've done this, it makes that item feel a little bit less special and more disposable. It's no longer a one-of-a-kind piece in your wardrobe that you cherish. And yeah, every time I've done this, I've actually got a bit bored of that item. But if you do decide you want to buy the same item, then buy it in a different colorway, as long as you love the other colorway. And like we talked about before, I would wait a month or two before you pick it up in a different colorway. There's been so many times in the past where I bought something, fallen in love with it, and then decided I'd pick it up in a different colorway, only to find out that the piece doesn't hold up very well. It loses its color, loses its shape, and now I've got more than one of them. So this next one ties in with having a cluttered wardrobe, but you need to know when to say goodbye to clothing that you no longer wear. Maybe your style has changed, or maybe an item of clothing just doesn't do it for you anymore. Sometimes we hold on to these items and think to ourselves, maybe in a year's time, I might love this piece, so we hold on to it. But 90% of the time, we never wear it, so just be firm with yourself and get rid of it. Remember, a cluttered wardrobe makes it really difficult to see what we're dealing with, and it's quite often the reason why you feel like you never have anything to wear. It's so easy to sell old clothing online these days, and the money that you earn from those old pieces, you can put towards pieces that you actually love. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope it helped you out. If it did, please do leave the video a like. If you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. See you later.